Okay, Evan, Ian, you guys ready? Only three examples today. The last two lessons, you guys have only had 2 examples. So lesson 25, we are listing the factors of whole numbers, and we're on page 119 if you didn't know where I was at. So the factors of a number are all the whole numbers that can divide it without leaving it remainder. So that would be a factor. So for example, if we had 6, I'm going to make a factor tree for 6. The things that go into 6, well, 1 and 6. Or 2 and 3 would be the one that would make more sense. And so my factors of 6 would be 2 times 3 because I do not include 1. You don't have to include 1, or else you could just say times 1 times 1, because I could just keep factoring 6. 1 times 6, 1 times 6, 1 times 6, and that would be repetitive. So all you list is the numbers like 2, 3, 5, 7. So the numbers that do not have any factors. Okay, so let's list the factors of 20. Example 1. Let's list the factors of 20. Are you doing okay, Abby? Really bad headache? Do you need any Advil, or is that not working? Did you? Yeah, do you want to go try and work down there? Okay, you want to head down and kind of let your brain decompress? You can take it with you, yeah, and if you do feel like you can work on it, you can keep working on it, but you don't have to. Just let your mind decompress and relax during that time. Yeah, you don't have to work on it. Okay, so my factors of 20, Evan, how could I break down 20? No, because I'm gonna ask both you and Ian, so how would I break down 20? Yep, 2 times 10. Ian, how would I break down 10? Yes. What times what equals 10? 5 times 5? 5 plus 5?
5 times 2.
There you go. 5 times 2. Can I break down anything else up here, Ian? So take a look up on the board. So I have a 2, and a 5. Can I break those down anymore? Oasis, William, both of you step outside. Ian, can I break down my 2, or my 5 anymore?
Oh, you can break down your 2.
Anything besides 1. So nothing else goes into 2 besides 2 and 1. Nothing else goes into 5 besides 1 and 5. So my prime factorization would be 2, 2, and 5. My factors of 10, or my factors of 20 would be all the numbers that multiply to equal 20. So my list would be, first off, 1 times 20. 1 times 20, like Evan said, 2 times 10. 2 times 10, or yeah, 2 times 10. And then I also have 4 times 5. And those are my only factors of 20. 1 times 20, 2 times 10, and 4 times 5. So then I would list those out in a laundry list of numbers. So 1, 2, 4, 5, 10, and 20. And those right there are my factors. 1, 2, 4, 5, 10, and 20. Because those are the numbers that multiply out to equal 20. Any questions there, Evan or Ian? Okay. Yeah, we did it last year too. Yep. Yeah. I was just making sure you guys were remembering it. So example 2, Example 2. We have list the factors of 23. List the factors of 23. So first off, we have 1 times 23. 1 times 23. What are the other numbers that go into 23? Evan, what other numbers multiply to equal? What was that? Okay. So what I like to do is I go through each number. So 1 times 23. 2, does 2 go into 23, Evan? Nope, because it's an odd number. So that would not be it. 3, does 3 go into 23, Evan? Nope, because 3 goes into 24 and 21, so 3 is not an option. How about 4? Does 4 go into 23? Nope. So I'm seeing a common thing here. There is nothing else that goes into 23 because 23 is considered a prime number. The only numbers that multiply to equal it are 1 times 23. There's no other numbers that multiply to equal 23 between times 1 and 23.
Odd number, only numbers that you can multiply by it in itself.
So what are the factors of 21? Ian?
3 times 7.
Yep. And that's it, right? So 1 times 21 and 3 times 7. So just because it's an odd number doesn't mean that it doesn't have only 1 and 23. Like that example doesn't mean it's a prime number. So you'll have to do some checking of the numbers, but yeah. So for 23, the only factors of 23 are 1 times 23. And the only factors for 21 are 1 times 21 and 3 times 7. Okay. Let's try example 3. Example 3. So which of these numbers is not a factor of 30? So 30 is my number. I'm trying to see if any of these numbers go into them. So 2, 3, 4, and 5. Ian, which of those numbers do not go into 30? Does 2 go into 30?
No.
2 doesn't go into 30? Is 30 an even or odd number?
30
Even number. Yep. So that means 2 would go into it. So 2, that's good. 3, does 3 go into 30? 2 does go into 30.
Oh, wait,
2 times 15. So what about 3? Does 3 go into 30?
There's 3 going to 30.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, 3 times 10. 4, does 4 go into 30?
There's 4 going to 30. No.
Right, it does not.
That goes into 30?
Yes, it does. Goes in, well, it's only asking about 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that is it. So we found out that C is my answer. C does not go into 30. That makes sense, Evan? Ian, is that making sense? Yeah, okay. So that's your guys' lesson right there. Go ahead and continue with all of your letters. You guys have A through O, so you got quite a few letters, and you guys have 1 through 19. All right, so actually, I'm going to have you guys do 1 through 15 odd because you have so many letters. So do 1 through 15 odd for today for math. All right. You already done? Sweet.
I mean, I'm not